Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. I'm Ben. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming by. I'm already getting the message that my stream is not getting enough data. So this will be fun. This will be a lot of fun. I also haven't checked the cameras or anything. I did a little work on the stream health, and I'm hoping changing some of the DPS and or the FPS did some good, but we'll see how it goes. So today, yep, camera's already wonked. Good morning, Missy. How are you? Today we are building K-2SO, one of the more notable droids from the Star Wars universe, and I think the best voiced nod to Phoebe Waller-Bridge, also for her portrayal of, I can't even remember the name of the droid now, but the one from Solo, that was very good too. And K-2SO was very good. 3PO is always a standard. 3PO has always brought some of the humor with R2. Droids overall in the Star Wars universe are always very good. So this is what we're working on today. Camera locked up again. This is great. I'm loving all of the... I'm going to recreate this scene real quick. So we've got a video capture device. And we're going to do table camera. And of course, you need to put it down at the bottom. Yeah, apologies. I kind of ran out of time today. I was getting everything set up and kind of just ran out of time. So hopefully this will stick. Otherwise, I may give up on streaming altogether. I'm a little tired of the technology failing after and getting zero help for it. Like I posted on OBS forums, and I posted, I sent a thing to, I need to change this too. I sent a thing to Prism Live about it and posted something on Reddit, and like zero help. So there we go. Other than that, I'm good. Thank you for asking. Real good meeting yesterday. Lug meeting was yesterday. Oh, some stickers. So this is going to be a display. This is going to be a display set, so the stickers will go on. Not too many bags. I don't know that I'll get through them all today, but 8 bags, so that's 2 streams worth of stuff. I feel like we can get through that pretty easily. Save the instructions for scanning later for points. and we'll get started. I have not built anything for the last couple meetings, and I feel real bad. I need to get back into building not just sets and not my own stuff, but like creatively trying to do stuff. I think maybe Beth will help me get that going because she's been building for Justin's weekly challenge builds, which I might do, or find some other way to keep building different things. I do have some microfighters I need to part out and whatnot, so the next monthly build should be fun. I haven't seen 1x6 bricks in that color before, so that's pretty cool. This doesn't quite fit the screen. There we go. Yeah. And I've restarted my computer. I've done all the updates. I don't know. I'm frustrated with the technology, and without getting any help, it's just an exercise in futility. Yeah, I feel ya. I don't know, and I think Brick Rodeo kind of runs into that a little bit, where you're building so many other things that it's like, oh, I don't want to build something for this meeting too, and then you wait till. My problem was I had planned on building Friday night and Saturday morning, just a little something like I was actually going to do a sunflower with solar panels on it. I have a lot of solar panels, but not those clip ones. But I do have a lot of solar panels, and I was going to do a motorized. I was going to take the circuit cubes that we got from Brick Rodeo and make one that kind of rotates. The original plan was to do what Kevin did, which was to get a Sparks or whatever it is, the new Mindstorms, and see about making. This was like right after the meeting. I was like, oh, I definitely want to. There's more down here on the build area. Ignore this little bicycle. This was something to take apart. Do a light sensing one that would turn exactly what Kevin did. And then I found out what the cost was to get those Sparks kits, and was like, maybe not this time, but it'd be good investment to do for future ones. Just not like, hey, I want to try something. It's not really a, hey, I want to try something price point. So, but yeah, didn't get anything done. And I have no idea yet what to do. Usually when the themes are announced and the parts or we got the parts, the seed parts, I kind of have an idea of what to do. And I have no idea what to do this time. With the nuclear yellow and the, dang it. I'm really hoping this. Gets better. As the stream goes on, because I can't keep doing this every 5 seconds. And I look a little rough. Last night was also an Austin FC game. Which this is the first sporting team, sports ball. This is the first team that I've supported and gone to like every home game for years. I'm a big Colorado Avalanche fan, but even when I was living in Denver, tickets were pretty expensive. Unless you wanted nosebleed tickets, and even those were like out of, I was a college kid. And then shortly after that moved away to Texas, so like I wasn't even in the state. So I think I was in Colorado for about a year after the Nordiques moved to Colorado. Good morning, Bev. How are you? So I wasn't even in Colorado for most of it. So the 1 year that I could have got tickets for anything was kind of, well, they're a Stanley Cup champion the first year that they're there. So it's going to be real hard to get tickets. And now it's like if we go for a visit, maybe I could get tickets. Or if they come down to Dallas, I can go watch them. But so Austin FC is the first team like I've locally supported ever. Living in Denver, like as a kid, we went to Broncos games. Oh, you know what? I take that back. My dad had passed down. Thank you, by the way, for letting me know the camera froze. I don't know why sometimes the camera just freezes over and over again, and sometimes doesn't. I'm going to turn YouTube off. See if anything else is going on that may be using it. I never ever want to use Power Automate. Oh, I bet it's Teams. Teams is running. That might have something to do with it. Which, it's just because I have Windows on my computer. Every time I do an update and restart, like all these different things, I'm going to have to go into the startup menu and say, look, I don't use this for business. Like, do not launch Teams. If I need to get on Teams, I will do so via a browser. My dad, because his dad, my grandpa, had Air Force Academy football tickets. They built a new stadium in the 60s and opened it up to new season ticket holders. So my grandpa got 4 season tickets and took his family for a little bit, and that basically got passed down to my dad. And so as kids, up until we were in college, high school, late high school, college, we would go to Air Force football games every other weekend. They don't have home games every weekend, but we would go 5 or 6 games out of the season, and that was a lot of fun because back in the day it was very snowy later in the season, so you'd go to these super cold games, which I didn't, looking back, I'm like, I don't mind all that much. See if I can do a little more building in the camera here. So we'd go to some very cold football games with the metal bleachers, and originally when we were kids, you could bring in snacks and thermoses and stuff, but over the years, it became less and less that you could do that. You had to get everything in the concessions. They wouldn't let you bring anything in, so it was kind of, and the parking got really bad, and it was just a thing that I think my dad was like, I'm not going to get new tickets. There's a nice snot build there to get everything. We've got rails on both sides for something. The reason I bring all this up is because last night was yet another draw between Austin FC and somebody. So it was 1-1, and it was the game was very frustrating. The ref was not great, I don't think. And we had several opportunities to have penalty kicks. There were penalties inside the opponent's 18-yard box. And just bad. So it's frustrating to like constantly go and be on and be cheering for 90 minutes and singing and waving flags and jumping up and down and all this to come away with a draw. And knowing that they spent so much money on the team that their ticket prices have constantly gone up. ×2. I caught it ahead of time. Can't fool me. That it's just frustrating to go and watch these like average performances. So it's like kind of the definition of insanity. Now I understand if they were perennially a good team, like if it was like, I don't know, New England Patriots or something like that, where you're constantly going and your team's winning. I can understand, but man, it's hard to cheer for 4 years of mediocreness. This is some good greebling, some good texturing and layering right here with these tiles, 2x2 tiles, and then you put a rail on top of it. That's a good look. It's hard to see in the black, but it's a pretty good look right there. So for those who aren't in Austin or aren't part of our group, who may be watching this later, Brick Rodeo tickets are on sale now. The prices will go up later. I say all that and then it gets immediately covered. So I guess you're kind of building these railings. Like there's the same kind of railing in there. You're building something similar. Tickets are on sale. Hotel blocks are available. So make sure to get your tickets sooner than later because the prices will go up and they will sell out. I got my ticket this morning and then I was going to go get Beth's ticket. I thought I could get both, but you can only order one pass per ID. So I have to create an ID for her. And she's like, why don't you just go ahead and do that? And I'm like, because it's going to send you emails and it's going to send you verification texts. And I would just rather, when you get home from work, I'll do it. Because somebody may be building a mock for next year. They're very excited about it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, this goes on either side of this from underneath, like a so. Oh, this is just the stand so far. That's all we've built. I was wondering why there's so much gray in here. All right, so here's your stand. Kind of greebled stand. All right, good. Bag 2. Bag 2. I'm going to check something real quick. Steak time? No. Oh, spell check can really... Just checking to make sure I'm live and I didn't accidentally do a private. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was also messaging the family. There was a text in the family chain, and I was going to turn the sound off on that. Poor MechOps Studio. I don't know if anyone saw the Discord, but Friday night, I'm at a friend's house babysitting, and I'm just sitting there. Kids had gone to bed, and I'm just sitting there reading, and my phone keeps beeping, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of alerts about something. And I go look on Discord, and his account got hacked, and somebody's posting links to a porn site. And the first thing that happened was I saw a message directly from him that was this site, and I know he's a kid, so I'm just like, oh man, account got hacked or something. So I was like, hey man, I think your account got hacked. And he's like, I know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix it. And then it just flooded my Discord server with links. Like every channel had a link to this site, and I'm like, oh man, now I have to go turn on different security on the server just to make sure this doesn't happen again. And he was like, I'm fixing it. My account got hacked. I think I fixed it. So poor dude. Jake, who occasionally comes in here, is also Austin FC fan, and he's young. He's 10 or 11, I think, something like that. I'm not a great judge of how old kids are. He's not 5, and he's not 18, so he's somewhere in between there. But anyway, I was in line, or I was walking between getting a beer and getting some pizza rolls at the stadium, and I hear Ben, and I look around, and I see him, and how many like 10-year-olds with green hair, dyed green hair, are gonna know who you are, right? So I was like, hey Jake. And he's like, hey, it's me, Jake. I'm like, I know, how are you? It was so cute. It was good seeing him. It was good that he was there. I was like, are you in the supporter section? I was like, are you in 104? And he's like, no, I'm not in the supporter section today. I'm like, all right, well, have fun, man. It was adorable. So on top of like us not winning yesterday, despite playing a game where we should have probably won, more possession, more shots, more chances. We just have a couple players. I feel like they're snake bit. They don't know how to finish. They look like they've never played together. Got the 1x3 Technic brick. That's kind of a new thing. It was a weird vibe on top of everything. Every once in a while you get a vibe in the stadium that's just not, it's not great. And here's a 1x6 or 2x6 bracket for snot building. That's pretty cool. And it more and more, because the ticket prices keep going up, we are getting, the supporter section is now full of drunk teenagers who can get tickets now because season ticket holders are just trying to make some money back off expensive tickets. So they'll sell their tickets for $20 instead of 35 or 40 like we used to. And so that just means that they're not there to see the game. They're there to drink expensive beer, be stupid, and basically that's it. So the vibe in the stadium's just been really weird. So much so that like we've security's been called a couple times. Entire groups of people have been kicked out. Use of there's a hinge brick in there, if you can see that, as greebling. Maybe. I don't know if it's going to... Oh, there is a plate that goes with it. Okay. I thought that was just used for, like, effect. And I was like, well done, Lego. I like using... Yeah, so they're immediately like, cover it up. And they're covering up... Well, they're using that as a placeholder. So now that's a foot. I would have left it the other way. But that's just me. And it was hot and muggy. Like usually the south section has kind of a cross breeze, and there was a little, but like it was real still and muggy, and just I think everyone was just hot, and it sucks when you're hot and losing, and we were losing for a good half of the game until we had an equalizer goal. So here's this slope again. These are the old cheese wedges, but they don't have the, not cheese wedges, cheese graters, but they don't have the graters in them now. They're just the 12.5 degree slopes in black. I think I saw some in some other colors, so that's cool. So yeah, this has got some good parts in it so far. This would be a good draft if you could find a cheap version. So we're already gonna oh, so even after all that, all I was doing was making, I thought we were going to use all this stuff for like sliding things. It's just effect. It's just to make it look cool. So 1 foot's already there. We're going to be building onto the stand. So this won't be terribly posable. By the looks of it, we're going to be pretty locked in. And that's fine. Like, this is going to be a display anyway, so. So it's Sunday, which means the weekend's half over. Does anybody have any cool plans for the rest of the day? Gonna go see any movies or anything? I think we're trying to get together with friends of ours. We haven't seen them in a while, and we haven't done our usual watch. We call it watch Doctor Who, but we haven't watched Doctor Who in a bit. Where we've transitioned to Community and Miss Marvel. Because 3 of us have watched Miss Marvel, and we want Beth to watch it. We think she'd enjoy it. And then she wants everybody else to see Community, and I think most of us have seen Community, except for one person. So it's a couple of... one of our group hasn't seen this. Let's make sure everybody has. So that's what we've been doing. Grandkids are coming over. Cool. You gonna spoil them? Or is it just to like babysit while the parents go out, or just for a visit? I should probably call my mom today, speaking of parents. I call her as often as I remember, but there's like no new news. It's just to talk. Like, I don't have any new information or anything for her. And she will generally tell me how her health is and how her project of getting rid of all the stuff in their house is after her husband died. He was an engineer / pack rat / tinkerer. So their house is full of stuff. And she'd been trying to get rid of it. And it's a process because it was like the rooms were just packed with stuff. So that's been, I think, just visiting. All right. So Beth expresses her